point of that, all na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind where they carry person go far.
No worries, I've go make am.
Need and in any size or color. We deliver nationwide. Soft Home Interiors is a division of MAG 1000 Security, interior doors, smart locks, and Turkey furnitures. For sales and consultations, visit us at our head office located at Asaban Lagos Expressway beside Apam's Funerals opposite Ekemas Oil Nigeria Limited, Asaba. You can call us on 0803 672 9662 or 0708 943 8130. Follow us on Instagram at Soft Home Interiors. Catch all our latest designs on TikTok at Soft Home Interiors. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at Soft Home Interiors. To discover the art of modern living, Soft Home Interiors. Experience the difference. Experience the luxury.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, has cautioned students and the general public about a fraudulent message circulating online, falsely claiming that the NEL Fund student loan registration portal is open. The agency explained that the message contains an unauthorized third-party link and did not originate from any of its verified platforms. In a statement released on its official X handle, NEL Fund urged applicants not to click the link or share personal information. It emphasized that the official loan application portal can only be accessed through the fund's verified website and social media channels, and advised the public to report any suspicious communication. NEL Fund noted that warning is part of ongoing efforts to protect students and safeguard the integrity of the student loan process. The agency encouraged applicants to verify all announcements before responding to messages claiming to be from them. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has called on the federal government to extend the 7-year moratorium on issuing licenses for new universities to state governments, warning that the rapid proliferation of poorly funded state institutions is endangering the survival of public universities. ASU said unresolved issues and unfulfilled agreements with the government have pushed the union toward another possible nationwide strike once its current 1-month ultimatum expires. Speaking at a press conference in Kano, ASU Zonal Chairman Professor Abdul Kader Mohammed criticized both federal and state governments for neglecting the education sector and misrepresenting the status of negotiations. He recalled that the union suspended its 2-week warning strike in October to allow for meaningful dialogue and to recognize the goodwill of students, parents, the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, the National Assembly, and other stakeholders. As part of activities marking the 2025 Press Week, members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Delta State Council have been given a medical talk and free health screening, followed by a health awareness road walk. The event was aimed at promoting physical wellness among journalists who were often exposed to stress due to the nature of their work. Caroline Ubini reports.
Speaking during the exercise, The chairman of the NUJ, Delta State Council, Comrade Chochi Oyo, said the health-focused activities were carefully included in this year's program to encourage journalists to prioritize their well-being. According to him, media practitioners were always on the feed, adding that some of them usually forget to check their health status.
Today is the day for medical checks, road walk, visits to orphanages, which we described as social outreaches. And we have just done the medical checks and the road walk. The essence is for us to keep our health in view, to be sure that we are ill and healthy.
Some medical expert, Dr. Osai Chukuma and Dr. Daniel Adegbolu, advised journalists to adopt regular exercise, healthy eating habits, and periodic medical examinations to advance avoidable complications.
Eating good diet, regular exercise, avoiding smoking, and then reducing alcohol intake. These 4 things, anywhere you see them, check out for hypertension, diabetes. So that is why it is very good that at every point in time, we at least have a routine check. Even if you are not sick.
Prevention is what? Always better, easier, and cheaper than cure. So that's why we'll check. The risk factors, my chairman has said them, and the symptoms, just like you have said, headache, dizziness, blurry vision, back pain, body pain, and all of that. And then one of the other risk factors could be, there's this thing with salt, excess of it, right? So one of the treatment we give is reduce salt intake.
Participants expressed appreciation to the NUJ leadership for prioritizing their health in this year's Press Week activities.
It was an interesting event in Delta State NUJ. For the first time, the different tests that were done, and it's a sign that we need to check our body regularly.
So the essence of this medical check is to ensure that we are fit while we carry out our duties.
It's all about health today and our well-being, and it's been wonderful. Kudos to NUJ ESCO.
God will keep us in unity and we'll be able to carry the union forward.
The highlight of the program was a free medical checkup, which included blood pressure screening, blood sugar level test, and consultation with medical practitioners, as well as visit to the orphanage, where items including a bag of rice, beans, cartons of noodles, and a cash donation were presented to the inmates, while prayers were offered to the leadership and members of the NUJ for continued peace and growth. Present were the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Chief Festus Ahon, and members of the NUJ. The Press Week continues with more events lined up, including a novelty football match, lectures, and awards. Caroline Ubini reporting.
Warri boys and girls residing in the United Kingdom have staged a peaceful procession in Coventry City, calling for the sustenance of peace and unity in Warri. The participants, who were residents of Warri, Delta State, commended Governor Sheriff Oberowori for his development initiative in Warri and other parts of the state.
The Peace Initiative for Warri by Warri boys and girls residents in the United Kingdom began with a novelty football match at Charterhouse Field, where members of the Warri community, youth, and the supporters lodged it out in the spirit of friendship and teamwork. After the match, which symbolized cooperation, fair play, and the power of working together, participants moved into a peaceful procession to Coventry Cathedral, a historic symbol of reconciliation. The participants marched in unity, wearing t-shirts boldly print peace over violence. Warri must be great again and choose peace. Save Warri with music, chant, and coordinated movements. Convener of the event, Mr. Ogenekaru Kenneth Eda, an engineer, said the event was aimed at promoting peace, unity, and hope for the future of Warri. He noted that it served as a reminder that even far from home, the Warri community in the diaspora remain deeply committed to the stability, growth, and future of Warri. Mr. Eda added it was not just a gathering, but also a statement of solidarity, a call for unity, and a reaffirmation that peace is the only way forward for Warri. He commended Governor Sheriff Oborewori for his massive development of Warri, listing parade of roads, construction of a flyover, and expansion of Warri City Stadium, among others.
We can appeal to our parents, to our brothers and sisters back home to embrace peace. That we're tired of crisis, we don't want Warri crisis, we want peace. And we want others to aim at what cannot do it alone. We want every stakeholders involved, our politicians, our religious leaders, and our brothers and sisters to support the governor so that peace can come to Warri. When there is peace, development. We here we want to go back home to develop our place, but we can't come there when there is peace in Warri. So this is just a simple appeal. Please let's embrace.
Others who spoke said the program was to promote peace in Warri by uniting its residents and highlighting the need to shun all forms of violence and together for a better future. They promised to create more awareness and continued engagement with leaders to push for lasting peace and development of Warri.
The U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will join Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Ankara tomorrow, as Kyiv seeks to inject new momentum into stalled peace efforts. Zelensky said Ukraine's priority was to intensify negotiations aimed at ending the war and to resume long-frozen prisoner exchanges. Turkey, which has maintained dialogue with both Kyiv and Moscow, has previously acted as a facilitator, though Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov confirmed no Russian representative would attend the Ankara meeting. He added that while President Vladimir Putin had no concrete plans to speak with us, marks Zelensky's fourth foreign visit in a matter of days, following trips to Athens, Paris, and Madrid. He has been shoring up European support. Russian attacks intensify and Moscow's forces advance towards the strategically significant eastern city of Pokrovsk. Brazil has designated 10 new territories during the COP30 in Bern, a climate summit marked by diesel protests demanding stronger land protections. The newly recognized areas, including one overlapping with the Amazon National Park, and environmental safeguards under Brazilian law, though enforcement has historically been inconsistent. The move continues President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's efforts to restore indigenous rights. His government recognized 11 territories last year after a long pause under former President Jair Bolsonaro. The announcement came on Indigenous Peoples Day at COP30 as thousands marched outside the conference carrying signs such as "Demarcation Now" and "Our forests are not for sale." Some demonstrators, including indigenous activists, forced their way into the venue last week, leading to clashes with security. Since then, authorities have increased the presence of armed police and soldiers at the entrances, drawing criticism from more than 200 human rights organizations, which warned that the heightened security risk silencing environmental defenders. The newly protected territories together span hundreds of thousands of hectares and are home to several communities, including the Mora, Tupinamba, the Olivena, Paraxo, Gurani, Koiwa, Mundukuru, Bakara, and Gurani Bayana peoples. Past recognition of indigenous lands has curbed mining, logging, and commercial farming, hence slow deforestation. A study by indigenous and environmental groups estimate that expanding indigenous territory could prevent up to 20 by 2014 7P 1022 and cut carbon emissions by 26 by 2030, reinforcing the crucial role of regional stewardship in safeguarding the land. Nigeria's inflation rate is to 16.051989375892, dropping from 18.021989375892, according to the latest consumer price index released by the National Bureau of Statistics. The decline was driven by slower increases in general prices, with food inflation also moderating year-on-year to 13.12. The Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, CPPE, described development as a major step towards macroeconomic stability. Its CEO, Dr. Muda Yusuf, said a sharp moderation reflects improved policy coordination, exchange rate stability, and stronger investor confidence. Although month-on-month inflation recorded a slight uptick due to supply pressures. Across the states, Ekiti, Nasarawa, and Zamfara post highest year-on-year inflation, while Bauchi, Anambra, and Gobe recorded the lowest. Dr. Yusuf urged the government to sustain reform and address structural constraints such as high logistics costs, energy prices, and supply chain disruptions to ensure the easing inflation translates into real relief for citizens. Governor Sharif Oborowori has reiterated the readiness of the state to partner investors in improving the state GDP. Oborowori stated this during the groundbreaking and launch of the Asaba Modern Mall being constructed by the Petrosimi Global Investment and its partner Genesis Dynamic Industries Nigeria Limited. Eunice Emeyazia reports.
May God bless this project and bring it to fruitful conclusion. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
The governor, represented by the State Commissioner for Youth Development, Henry Takriowe, said the event was significant, noting that investments capable of employing thousands of youths, opening up businesses, and improving the state's internally generated revenue were highly commendable. He assured the investors of kind support.
Petrosini Global Limited has taken it upon himself. He wants to do something that will employ more than 4,000. It is not easy. These are the kind of things we are encouraging our brothers to do in our state. But based on the fact that our youth-friendly governor, Elder Sheriff Oborowori, has made it so that everybody that want to invest will never be scared of insecurity and all those stuff like that. Because first of all, before an investor will come into yours, the number one thing they want to look at is how is the security nature of the place. But by the grace of God, Delta State will be reckoned as number one state in Nigeria.
The Asaba of Asaba, Professor Epiphany Azinge, who unveiled the project, said peace remained a major enabler of development. He thanked all investors, especially non-indigenous, who had continued to contribute to Asaba's growth, urging others to emulate the developers.
For us, it is a welcome development and initiative, and that's why we are here to support this undertaking personally and to ensure that by being present, we are also encouraging other investors to come to Asaba and invest.
Managing Director and CEO of Petrosimi Global Investment, Chief Franklin Kenobi, said the Asaba Modern Mall was envisioned and approved in 2022 by the then Governor, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, adding that a groundbreaking marked the beginning of a bold chapter in Asaba's economic and commercial evolution.
And it's going to be a modern mall indeed, one in town, whereby you will have intercom facilities in all nook and cranny of the market, well-interlocked facilities, well-planned as terrain environment, 4 hours power supply.
The MD and CEO of Genesis Dynamic Industries Nigeria Limited, Honorable David Wune, said the project will be completed within 2 years. He claimed that the mall would house major electronics, electrical, furniture and cosmetic brands, restaurants, cinema, clinics, CCTV, street lights and ample parking space, and urged residents to take advantage of the opportunities presented during the construction.
The quality, the standard of the job we want to do here at the foundation we are put here, you can see how high, because here is before water rock. We are happy that the Madam Babangida Leisure Park has come to be, which helped us to push away the water. So, but despite that, the foundation is going to be high, so that there will be no cause for erosion. No cause for fraud.
Trade and Investment, Mr. Samuel Oligida Orishejulomisan, Director General of Delta State Investment Agency, Honorable Anthony Eleko Kori, who represented Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, the immediate partner, and Chairman of the Oshimile South Local Government, Obi Kelvin Ezenyele, commended the developers for choosing Asaba as a project site, highlighting its benefits including job creation, urban renewal, and a commercial ecosystem poised to serve future generations. Partners of the Petrosinic Global Investment, including Mr. Arize Okeke, lead consultant at AA Okeke Consulting, and Mr. Emmanuel Mojeke, CEO of Jimo Homes and Luxury, among others, praised the strategic location of the mall beside Leisure Park, near the government house and army checkpoints, and pledged their support for the project.
So anybody who is not part of what is happening here should quickly locate him and part of this business. To have a shop here, you know what it means? If you can get it now, in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it will be running into millions. You may not be able to afford it.
Eunice Emeyazia reporting.
State government has announced that the December 2025 series of examinations for civil servants will hold on Friday, 5th December 2025 and Saturday, 6th December 2025. The examinations organized by the Directorate of Establishments and Pensions are for various categories of junior staff across the state public service. A statement by the functioning permanent secretary in the Ministry of Information, Mr. Harold Oji, said the examination centers are approved for the exercise at the Staff Training Center in Asaba and Hussey College in Warri. The statement said the affected examinations include the limited competitive examination for messengers, cleaners, sub-technical and allied grades, as well as the confirmation and promotion examinations for clerical assistants on salary grade level 3 and clerical officers on salary grade level 4. It said the Friday session is scheduled to commence at 2 p.m., while the Saturday session will begin at 9 a.m. The state government has announced that the measles rubella vaccination campaign for January 2026 will take place across the state from the 21st to the 30th of January. According to the Delta State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the exercise will be conducted in collaboration with UNICEF, the World Health Organization, and CRNs. The initiative was aimed at protecting children from measles and rubella while improving herd immunity in all communities across the state. It said the vaccination campaign targets children between 9 months and 14 years. The statement advised residents to take their children and wards to designated health facilities and temporary vaccination posts during the period. The State Directorate of Transport has announced that it operates a single unified task force on road taxis across the state. This was contained in a statement by the functioning permanent secretary in the Ministry of Information, Mr. Harold Oji. It says OG's multi-global ventures has been approved as the sole consultant responsible for enforcing the task force in line with the Board of Internal Revenue Service Code. The consultant's mandate includes coordinating all task force activities, ensuring transparency, reducing infractions, and sanitizing enforcement operations. The consultant is also authorized to access a mobile court for prosecution of offenders and is required to submit monthly operational reports to the Transportation Data Management Department for monitoring and evaluation. Key coverage areas include illegal use of government number plates, haulage permits, color code violations, route violations, vehicle code receipts, heavy-duty vehicle permit, illegal parking, smoke emission waivers, drivers and conductors badge, motorcycles and tricycles on highways, roof rack violation, road infrastructure maintenance compliance, and dispatch riders operate without permits. The statement advised all other consultants to cooperate fully with consultant to strengthen the administration and compliance of road taxes. Meanwhile, government has cautioned commercial motorcycle and tricycle operators against patronizing unauthorized associations allegedly seeking tickets, emblems, and aprons in the name of the Motorcycle Operators Union of Nigeria and the Tricycle Owners Association of Nigeria. A statement by the functioning Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information, Mr. Harold Orji, the Directorate of Transport described the groups behind the scenes as faceless and unrecognized, stressing that they have no mandate to regulate the activities of the riders in the state. The Directorate reaffirmed that only the state government is empowered to organize, supervise, and coordinate the operations of Okada and Keke riders across Delta. The statement warned that anyone involved in the sale of unauthorized tickets or any activity linked to the MOUN or TON without approval will be arrested and prosecuted. And a thought for the day: do not judge people by their physical appearance, lest you make a regrettable mistake. Now for a rundown of the major stories in our bulletin this evening. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered security and intelligence agencies to urgently rescue the 25 female students abducted from Government Girls Secondary School, Maga, in Kebbi State. The attack, which occurred yesterday, led to the killing of the vice principal, Mr. Hassan Kuku, and left a security guard injured. Police authorities said the hunt for the attackers is ongoing. Gary Foborowori has sought the approval of the State House of Assembly for the reappointment of members of the Civil Service Commission upon tenure expiration. This request was contained in a letter read by the Speaker, the Right Honorable Imamotimi Guo, before the House plenary. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has cautioned students and the public about a fraudulent message seen online falsely claiming that the NEL Fund student loan registration portal is open. The agency explained that the message contains an unauthorized third-party link and did not originate from any of its verified platforms. And abroad, the U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will join Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Ankara tomorrow, as Kyiv seeks to inject new momentum into stalled peace efforts. Zelensky said Ukraine's priority was to intensify negotiations aimed at ending the war and resume long-frozen prisoner exchanges. You can also follow our news online on Facebook and YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website at www.dbsasaba.com. Thanks for joining us on the news. I'm Great Edoniabo. God bless you.